One of the good things about this stage, I think, is also a result of the photogrammetry. Oh, sorry, I'm not very good at rear-wheel drive cars. Hey guys, welcome back to another one of my videos. Today I'll be playing the LongYou stages in Richard Burns Rally. Basically what it is a photogrammetry stage, one of the first few, or if not the first, publicly available photogrammetry stage in Richard Burns Rally, and you'll see later on that it's super realistic. So yeah, it's the next level of stage design, and without further ado, I'm gonna do a short drive through. This won't be my first because I tried recording this video a few times and I'm not happy with the result, so this is like my third attempt at making it. So yeah, without further ado, let's go. Alright, so starting off, I'll drive one lap. Starting from the left lane, it will be on dry surface, and then I'll drive one on the right, starting on the right lane in wet surface. After that, I'll do a 2-lap sprint. I'll just go as fast as I can and just talk through the experience of it. So the first two is going to be talking about how the stage looks, basically describing what I know about it, and then after that I'll go fast and, as usual, show you the places that you need to look out for, and yeah, that's all. Alright, let's go.
3, 2, 1, go. 150.
Alright, so immediately you can see that the lighting is the most notable thing in this stage. It's because it's photogrammetry, everything is basically made using pictures. So as you can see, the lighting is as close as you get to real life, or pretty much as close you can get nowadays. This is, yeah, way better than what EAWRC even looks. So yeah, other than that, the vegetation looks quite well done as well. I'm very sure that they had to manually place the grass and bushes and trees in this stage because photogrammetry, from what I know, it'd be kind of dumb to, you know, model every single blade of grass in this stage. So I'm very sure they are all like 2D textures turned into models and, you know, just placed over here. But so far, despite that, it looks very good and very realistic. Okay, from what you can see on the surface of the road, you can see that there's a lot of ruts and damp surfaces like this. And the best part about it is you can see every single tire mark and rock, and yeah, the variation in the textures on the surface is so great, and which really adds to the realism of the stage over here. As you can see, some of the tire marks by right, you should be able to feel it in the steering wheel if it was a real stage, but over here you can't because, yeah, it's just a flat texture. But it looks so convincing, like over here, as you can see. I mean, if I stop, it looks unrealistic, but if you're just driving normally, you can, yeah, it looks like actual ruts, actual tire marks on the stage. Yeah. So you have this like slightly sandy area here. You can see in the dirt, you got, you know, where the tires will go, and yeah, very convincing bumpiness. And you can see over here there's a puddle of water that's kind of dried up, but not really. Later you see in the wet stage that when these puddles are actually more full. I'll talk about those later on. But yeah, so far, as you can see, it's amazing. Most of the stages in Richard Burns Rally, you know, gravel stages. Gravel is way more complex than tarmac, you know. It's like, tarmac is pretty much even throughout, with slight variations, but you can't really tell that when you're driving fast in in any rally game, for that matter. But over here, on gravel, like a lot of the stages, they don't look convincing enough because there's a lack of variation in the gravel. They all look kind of uniform throughout, but over here, because it's photogrammetry, you can see every single detail like you would in real life, and that's what makes this stage so crazy and amazing. Look over here, there's such deep ruts over here. And yeah, one of my recordings I went wide, but yeah, the racing line is over here, so try your best to hook your car into here, you know, to get the most out of the cuts in the road, instead of hook your wheels in like train tracks, you know. Yeah, look at that.
Hairpin right, 40.
The gravel, the surface here is not really like Finland where the road is used for a long time and it's smooth. Over here it looks quite fresh, you know, like it's just recently dug up and it's not used enough for it to become smooth. Over here it just looks disgusting, like there's a small soft layer of dirt over it that's still being dug up and not smoothed out yet. Over here you want to keep left. Yeah, and you can use that banking on the left as well. Later I'll show you in the fast run. Yeah. Oh yeah, take a look at the lake over there. There's reflections in the water. How cool is that? I have no idea how they did that. It's probably like a model underneath or something. But yeah. Right, so here's this stage in the rain.
3, 2, 1, go. 200.
As you can see, there's mud in the water. And the best part of it is instead of having like a flat texture that goes across where the puddle would be, it textured the water on the surface, on the ground itself. So like over here you can see where the small crevices where the grains of dirt are, the water will reach into there, and it just, you know, adds that layer of detail to the stage, which is pretty smart. I mean, it's not the best. Obviously you can model that flat water over, because you know water tends to even out on gravity unless you're some flat earther or something. But yeah, here you can look. There's even bubbles formed from the cast before, so yeah, that's an interesting detail. Or like, you know, air bubbles coming out from the dirt that's forming in the water. Yeah. It's not very reflective, but it gets the job done for Richardson's Rally. I wonder if they actually went to the stage on a wet day. It looks like it from what I can tell, unless they did some really crazy work and, you know, imitated water very realistically. In my previous recordings I mentioned that the water kind of reminds me of my time in the army. I know I just came out, but yeah, I've encountered a lot of mud, and yeah, this kind of reminds me of it. That's how realistic it is. You know, the crazy thing is about this kind of mud, you look at the puddles and you think there's it's just liquid, you know. But the worst part is when you start crawling in there and then the grains of sand enter your sleeves and all that, and it's actually really rough, and then you get abrasions and blisters and all that. So yeah, just a fun fact. I know nobody asked, but whatever. They even added a drone there with a spinning propeller. A lot of stages nowadays are doing that. And yeah, small detail, the grass actually waves. You can't really see it when you're driving, but maybe in the replay you can. Yeah, interesting detail. There's a huge puddle here. I want to show you something which is quite interesting. So yeah, as I said, the water is just a texture, you know. It's not really a model that's flat across. So okay, you can't really see it here. Let me go to another place. But what I say about the surface of the water flattening out after like not being touched for a while, you will notice that the water is uneven in certain places. Like, it's not very obvious when you're driving fast, but if you're cruising around like me and you really like, you're trying to find problems in the stage that you really put effort into, then yeah, you can tell that the water is just a texture over the ground, and it's not really what you expect from water. Okay, let me try to reverse. See whether the illusion breaks here. Make as much time marks as I can. Oh! Hit a bit of grass there. But yeah, I think you can see here that the water isn't exactly flat. Like, okay, over here, right next to where you see my camera is on the left side of it, and now that the wood is blocking it. But yeah, the water isn't exactly modeled. It's just a flat texture over it's not exactly flat. I mean, it's a texture over the uneven surface, and yeah, like over here you can see that the tire marks are cutting into part of the water over there. So yeah, if you go looking for these kind of problems, you'll see it. But otherwise, I would prefer this over the flat. Oh, you will see this. You'll see it here. I would prefer this over like the flat water. Honestly, this looks a lot better. Especially the mud color. It looks gross. Yeah, you can see that. Like the tire marks kind of enter the water there, which is not supposed to happen in real life.
Hairpin right, 30.
Yeah, look at this puddle. You can see the texture kind of warping around there. But again, yeah, it's the best we have for now, and I'm very happy with it. So yeah, as you can see, this stage is very realistic. I'm in the rain right now, so you can't really see shadows, but when I'm driving in the dry, you can see those shadows are very detailed. I wonder if they got the shadows from the actual photogrammetry, or was it like did they have to bake it into the map when they're rendering it? Rendering? I'll say rendering when they are making the map. I've done a bit of game development, and I heard about this kind of stuff, especially like in the source engine and all that. You need to bake the shadows into the map before it loads, so that you save GPU power instead of loading the shadow every time you play it, like in real time, I mean. So yeah, let me try damp. Is that damp? Okay, let's try damp. Let's go good weather. Tire intermediate. It's a crazy Easter egg, kind of scary. Okay, this one's gonna be faster. It looks like the wet surface isn't that much different from the damp one as of now. And it's very slippery.
2 left and 2 right, long into 3 left. And
Yeah, the puddle's just as big as on the wet stage.
hairpin right and 2 left into 1 right and 1 left.
I went off on that corner in one of my recordings, so you want to look out for that.
2 right from 60. Hairpin left.
I think one of the beauty of these stages, this kind of photogrammetry stages, is you can realistically model out the ruts on the road, and that
3 left.
adds a dimension to rallying, you know. A lot of games you just follow the line and the ruts don't really do anything except give you more grip, but over here it affects the balance of your car by the way your car, you know, goes over and up into those holes.
1 left, 100.
I can see over there how my car is kind of getting bounced all over the place, sliding into the deeper ends of the ruts.
Hairpin right, 40. 2 right. And 1 left. And 2 right, keep left, 120.
One of the good things about this stage, I think, is also a result of the photogrammetry. Oh, sorry, I'm not very good at rear-wheel drive cars. But the bumps are high poly enough that they aren't sharp like the older stages like GB Sprint Extreme, which tends to launch your car like because of the sharpness of the bumps on the road. Over here, you know, or maybe it's because of the low speed, I'm not quite sure. But over here, you don't feel the bumps obviously like low poly. Over here, they feel very well curved out in a weird way.
Hairpin right, 40. 3 left. Over crest, into 2 right, 120. 2 right, 30. Hairpin right.
Let me go fast now.
2 right, 40.
Pretty sure I'm talking a little too much the last few rounds around here. So let me just give it one good fast half of a lap, I guess. It's like half of a lap left. I was just cruising. It's for real now. This is real competition speed.
Hairpin right, 30. 2 right and 1 left. And 2 right, keep left.
Alright, there you go. This is the LongYou stage. I just saw the scarecrow guy over there, the skeleton suit guy. Is that a Cobra Kai reference? Or a Karate Kid reference? Yeah. But yeah, anyway, as you can see, the stage is just photoreal and way better than a lot of even AAA titles. Is EA considered AAA? I don't know, but yeah, even Dirt Rally couldn't come as close to realism as this. And yeah, I really hope a lot of more stages do this, as from what I can tell, it's probably a more definitely expensive because you have to be at the spot itself, but might be more efficient than actually modeling the stage out on some software, because you know, all you need to do is go there and record and then touch up in software afterwards. From what I heard, it's made on Blender. Yeah, you need to touch it up on Blender because photogrammetry, from what I can recall, tends to leave holes and stuff over there. But yeah, I guess that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Do like and subscribe to the channel, and yeah, share this video with your friends. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.